Whoa! Womp, womp, womp.
Whose room do you want him to be in?
Mine. So if he has to poop.
Because you meow too much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another YouTube video from your fourth favorite YouTuber, Ethan Schmeathan. And today I'll be teaching you guys how to make steak as well as pork chops. We don't have the pork chops right now because they're in the fridge cooling while we make the steak. So let's get right into this. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know if you want to see any other different types of food or anything. Let's get right into it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll get right into this. We're gonna cut open the steak. There's honestly not too much you need to do other than seasoning. So let's open this up. Ooh. Also gonna cut the butter as well. I'd recommend unsalted butter, but we only have salted, so this is what I'm gonna be using. I'd probably cut like this much of a portion, alright? About this much. Probably not a little more, so I can start buttering up the pan, because I make my steaks with a lot of butter, so we'll see how that goes. But maybe we'll get a little more slice, because you know I'm a little unhealthy, okay? So I like it to be a little buttered, and then we'll just spread this around. But as it gets warmer, the butter will just melt in. So next we're gonna be just using salt. Any kind of salt's good. I'm using Mediterranean sea salt, very fancy. It's literally just salt. And then we're gonna use black pepper as well. That's basically it for the spices for at least the steak. And honestly, yeah, steaks, you don't really need too much to cook them. I wouldn't say anything unless you have a certain like steak seasoning you like put on your steaks. So, hey, up to you, right? All right, so the butter's basically melted. It feels pretty warm with my hands, Feels pretty warm, so let's get right into this. We're gonna put the seasonings on the steak, so let's put the butter back real quick, and let's get right into seasoning the steak. So I'm not really gonna use a plate for now. Look at that, that's juicy. Ooh, yummalicious. A little bit of salt. Okay, next we're gonna be doing the pepper. Dude. I don't really put too much pepper, but that should be about good. 4 good little taps of it. Looks very delicious, very serene. As my camera lady's showing, it looks pretty good. So for this next part, we're basically be cooking this for 4 minutes on each side, 5 if it's a little thicker. Mine's kind of thickened, so I might do 5 on each side, so we'll see. And once you hear that little, ooh, that's the love making noise between the pan and the steak. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, we'll sit here for the next 4 or 5 minutes and just wait for it to cook on one side. And once we get that done, we'll flip it over. Woo-wee. Guys, so now we're gonna be flipping it. We might have to cook it another minute or 2 on the other side because it's a pretty thick steak, but that's how it should be looking at least. And now we're gonna be cooking the seasoning side, get all the juices in. Cook it down a little so it can evenly cook on every side. And then wait another 4 to 5 minutes on cooking it on that side. Now I'll show you guys a little secret that I do.
It kind of looks like a penis.
Alright, so now we're gonna do my secret trick that I do where I hold it I hold it on the side for like a good minute or two so it can just cook through this side. And I'll do it on this side as well, even though there's fat. But yeah, so imagine me just holding this for the next 2 minutes. That is definitely a sight to see, right? Let me see. She said, boy, shut up. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to flip it on the other side. We're going to do this. Don't want to touch that. So if you have clippers, you're lucky. So now we're going to cook the fat a little and we're going to let it sear for another minute or two. Alright, so now I'm going to flip it back on this side so that this side can cook a little more, maybe like another minute or two because it doesn't look as cooked as the other side. So we'll let it sit for another minute. And then we'll see how the steak looks after we're finished cooking.
What's cooking good looking?
Okay. So guys, I'm gonna grab the steak, remove these spices to the other side. And now we're gonna get our cutting board out to see the moment of truth. Where the steak's basically done. Woo! Look at that, that looks delicious. Here's the moment of truth. What do we think it's gonna be, guys?
Rare.
Cozy thinks rare, I think it's gonna be medium rare. It's probably not gonna be cooked all the way on the inside.
Well done.
If not, then we will have to cook a little more. Let's see. You know what that is?
That's rare.
Rare? That's not medium rare?
Oh yeah, that's medium rare.
All right, so we got medium rare. We're gonna grab a slice. And I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion what I think.
Shit, that was some A1 sauce?
I'm not a big fan of A1 sauce, but we have some, pretty sure. So guys, we're gonna test it, we're gonna taste it, see how it is. It looks pretty good. Let's make my mouth water looking at it. That is one good steak, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna let's eat the rest of it. That is delicious. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 8 or 9. Steaks, well, probably like an 8. It's not the best steak I've made, but it's decent. So now we're gonna go on to Cozy and see what she thinks of my steak. All right, guys, so we're getting Cozy's honest opinion of what she thinks of my steak. She's more critical, so she'll definitely give you an honest review of my steak compared to me.
That's actually really good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
I rate it a 9 out of 10.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's actually solid, okay. So now we're gonna get into the next part. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're on to the next part. Instead of doing pork chops, we're actually gonna do mashed potatoes. So basically we're gonna make mashed potatoes on the side with this. We're gonna do our dad's famous cheesy mashed potatoes.
So freaking good.
So flipping good. So I got the Idahoan buttery home style mashed potatoes, the family size, which is like $2 or $3. I like using Idahoan. They have some pretty good, just stir it in mashed potatoes. Usually the smaller packs are like $1 and they pretty much feed like 1 or 2 people, but me and my sister are big bags, so we're definitely gonna be finishing this. All right, so let's get right into this. 4 cups, dang. All right, so for this next part, we're gonna want this to start boiling a little, so we're just gonna put this on top and let it, matriculate and make it into boiling water. So for that, I probably look wait like a good probably 4 or 5 minutes. Actually, I should probably turn the heat up on here to 8. But yeah, just turn it up to 8. Let it sit there for probably like 3 or 4 minutes, and then should be good to go to mix this. And then also, I forgot to grab it, but you will need to get cheese as well. Preferably something, you know, shredded cheese, because we don't have a little cheese shredder. But if you have a cheese shredder, shred that block of cheese, dump it in there once you're mixing this thoroughly. Water's basically boiling. Or not boiling, but getting there. I'm probably just gonna do it from here right now. Turn it down to a simmer so that it warms up the potatoes while we wait. So we're gonna open this. Bam. Stick this in there. So now you're going, oh, Ethan, it's just powdered? Ew, yuck. Actually, if you just stir it around a little, like a good couple of minutes, eventually all this crumb will be sucked up into a nice potato mixture. Yeah, it just takes a moment, that's all. Let me turn it off. It's
oh my
shooting.
God.
It's shooting. It's breathing. Oh. So don't do that, guys. Don't keep the heat on while you're mixing it. That was a mistake on my own, so I'm putting it on the cool side. So just give this like a good minute or two of just mixing, and it should start looking like mashed potatoes and not cottage cheese.
Ooh, it's fluffy.
All right, so here comes the next part, guys. So we got the cheese. Now this depends on how much cheese you want in it and how cheesy you like your mashed potatoes. I like to just put a layer on top before I mix it. So boom, and then a little more. Because I got a critique one time when I brought cheesy mashed potatoes to work that they weren't too cheesy. And bam. And now we're gonna mix that. But you don't want them too cheesy, because then, you know, it gets kind of like gunky and sticky. We'll see if I messed up or not. So now you just mix it in as you're mixing the mashed potatoes. Oh, looks like a piece of cheese fell off. And then it's gonna look a little bit more orangish. Gotta make sure you get all the regular mashed potatoes that are sitting on the sides too. All right, this basically looks mixed. You can definitely tell there's cheese in it because, you know, it has an orangish hue compared to the white basic potatoes. We're gonna get a scoop, we're gonna try it, and we're gonna see if it's good or not. I need to let it cool down, so I just gotta do my usual countdown of blowing. 3, 2, 1. All right. Tastes pretty good. I think I could use a little more cheese, so I might just add a little more cheese after this. Yeah, and the consistency is definitely a little more different than I usually get. But all in all, it's like a good 7 or 8. Not bad. I'll definitely mix it up after this segment. There's still some pieces I need to mix.
Ew.
Anyways, we'll get to my sister's review after I finish mixing up. Do the good old 3, 2, 1. Alright, so this is gonna be Cozy's Honest Opinion on my mashed potatoes. She'll let me know if there's needs to be more cheese or stuff. I mixed it up a little more, so it should have more of a potato consistency.
It's hot.
It does taste pretty good though, right?
It's hot, but it tastes pretty good.
Would you rate it out of 10?
I'd probably rate it 7 or 8.
Okay. Yeah, I'd rate it the same too, because it's probably not the best mashed potatoes.
But I mean, it's pretty good though. I mean, I'll eat some more.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so if we're doing the prices, I'm going to give you the honest price of how much this meal would cost you. So, depending on what kind of steak you make and what kind of steak you get, it varies, but the one I got was $14.25. So it'd be $14.25. And then the mashed potatoes, also depending on which one you get. The family size, which was $2 or $3, and then also the cheese as well. So when you add that, that's like an extra $2. It'd probably be around $20 for this full meal. And this is just if you're a big steak person, like, oh, I love steaks, I love red meat. I was like, okay, hey, it's only $20 a day to make that meal. But in conclusion, I'd say the meals were pretty good. The steak was decent. Mashed potatoes was pretty good, but the scoop I got was definitely interesting. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate all the love and support for these videos, and I'll definitely be trying to get more content out. Hope you guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.